Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kodiak here, raid leader for Exiled Power, and we have some really exciting news. It has been months in the making, but Exiled Power has been working with a great company called Raven over in the UK to design these bad boys, these jerseys. This is our first official piece of gear for Exiled Power. We could not have done it without the support of all of our YouTube followers and fans, so thank you guys so much. But this is kind of a two-pronged video because we wanted to offer you guys the chance to support us if you wanted to. The designer and director of Raven, Sam Wells, we have a great interview with him right after this little intro here, and he talks about the design process and what it's like to be on the cutting edge of the esports apparel industry. It's a fascinating world. Sam is a stand-up guy. He does a ton of hard work with the team at Raven, and we wanted to pass that along to you. Has nothing to do with us here at Exiled Power, has everything to do with you guys and the work that Raven did on these jerseys. So as you can see, they put a ton of detail into it. We're gonna put the original mock-up on the screen for you guys to see because it really is the best thing I have ever seen come out of the designing world. They did a great job, and all of the stuff on Raven's website is just stand up. And we're going to be expanding, hopefully very soon, to more gear, whether it be sweatshirts or flags or joggers or something like that. We're going to be expanding very soon, thanks to you guys who have supported our channel from the very beginning. We are still a very small channel and we are growing, and we're trying to put out as much content as possible, but again, we could not do this without you guys, so thank you so much. Without further ado, check out our interview with Sam Wells, the lead designer at Raven. I am talking to the man behind Raven, the esports jersey, the guy who makes gamers look good. Sam, welcome to the show. So glad to have you with me.
Cheers, Cody. Thanks for having me on.
Of course. So, Sam, talk to me a little bit about Raven, what you guys do, and how you guys got started.
So, Raven, we're an esports jersey design and production company. We're currently looking to expand into normal esports apparel, but we started trading back in 2013. We're originally a digital design agency in the UK. We work with many of some of the Call of Duty top teams, such as Impact, who won the Call of Duty Championships in 2014, I believe. I may have got that wrong, but basically we worked with some of the top teams, Prophecy, Quantic, and so on. And then we started to work into jersey designs. And then over time, we obviously started to produce our own jerseys and so on. And then now today in 2017, we're working with teams all over the world.
And what kind of got you started down that path? I mean, esports jerseys, you know, esports is still really up and coming. It's obviously massive for the gaming community, but it's really an up and coming thing. What made you decide, okay, we're going to do jerseys?
Well, I think at the time when we were designing logos and branding for teams, a lot of the demand was for having their own custom shirts, not specifically jerseys, but just shirts in general, having the logos on the shirts and so on. And we thought, I mean, we weren't the first company with jerseys. I mean, jerseys are in all other kinds of sports like baseball and basketball and so on. They all have team jerseys, but we thought it would be great if esports have their own sort of gamer jerseys so that they can wear their logo on their shirts with a great design.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, if you guys haven't seen what Raven can do, they're completely unique designs. And Sam, talk to me a little bit about the process of designing one of these, because many of the people, I don't think they've ever seen something like this. They're not your typical jersey. So talk to me a little bit about how you go about from the idea concept phase to the final production phase.
Yeah, of course. So we start with sketches. We have we have a team of designers, but I was the lead designer to begin with, and I've sort of branched out of that, but I actually worked on the Exiled Power jerseys myself. So we start with sketches of the jersey, a couple ideas, and once we sort of get the idea of the placement of the logo and so on, I take that into Photoshop and create a mock-up for the jersey, as you can see. And really it's just down to like the logo and the brand itself in terms of how we play with the colours and how we work the colours in, because obviously each team have different colours and different branding and so on, so each jersey is going to be unique to that team.
And so do you take, so for the Exile Power jersey, we kind of shared a few of the jerseys in your showcase that we liked. But what if a team doesn't have kind of a direction? They have a logo and they say just run with it. What goes through your head? How does that whole creative process happen?
Yeah, I mean that does happen a lot, and which is fine because most teams don't really have an idea in terms of what it is they want. I mean, a lot of people work better when they actually see something on the screen and so on, so they can give pointers that way, which is fine by us. And when a team does say that, we literally just, I look at the logo and look at how that can work in with the design and try and work the design around the logo and the brand, because I think creating a consistent brand is key really, and that goes from your Twitter page to your jerseys to your any other collateral material you may have. I think having a consistent brand is key, and it's one way that you can, as a team, attract sponsors and attract attention for your team. So if you have a consistent brand throughout, that's going to really help you in esports. And so I think jersey design is all part of that sort of ecosystem in terms of working towards a brilliant brand.
And so once you guys have the idea, you've kind of mocked up the jersey and like everything is looking good, the team's happy. What's the next step? How do you get that into production? What's that process look like?
Yeah. So once we have the mock-up complete and the client yourself is very happy with the design, we'll obviously make any final changes and so on. And then once it's all cleared, we'll create a print file, which is basically a flat AI Illustrator file for the jersey in multiple sizes, depending on what the client orders. So there's a lot of work involved in that as well, in terms of making the design accurate so that it accurately portrays what you see on screen in terms of the mock-up. Also, colours and so on, what you see on screen doesn't necessarily equate to what you see in print, because print is obviously in a different colour space to what you see on screen. So there is that element to it as well. But obviously through our experience and we printed thousands of jerseys for hundreds of teams. We've had a lot of experience, and so getting the right colours and so on does take a while. But to be honest, nowadays we can usually get it first try, but we do printed samples. So once we do have the design down as a print file, we'll create printed samples to show to the client, and then once they confirm the colours, we'll then produce it in a full scale size.
And is all the printing and all of the, from the design all the way to the shipping and stuff, does that all happen in your facilities?
Yeah, we're based in UK, in Bristol, in the United Kingdom. We were originally located in Newcastle, but in 2015 we moved down to Bristol, which is a great city for exporting jerseys and products in general.
Okay, and so, all of these jerseys, I mean, if you guys have looked at any of the designs or anything like that, they're so intricate, they're so detailed. I mean, there's got to be some stories behind some of these jerseys. Do you have any memorable stories about maybe that one jersey that kicked off the company, or a team that was a high-profile client, just per se?
God, let me have a think now. And obviously, because we've been around for 3 or 4 years now, actually. And we've worked with many teams, many big teams. We work with small teams as well. I mean, we love every team we work with. I think every team's a different story and a different client, and they always require something a little bit different. Thinking back to some of the big teams we've worked with Flipside. We're a big team, a big Counter-Strike team that really launched us in terms of getting the social media traction and so on. But current teams we're working with include Hammers, which are a fantastic team. Love the guys there. I mean, they did really well with their Overwatch team, one of the top 5 in the world currently. So they're doing really well. Gankstars as well. These two teams are both from Vainglory. I don't know if you've heard of that game. But the mobile esports market is growing as well. I mean, the whole of esports is growing, to be fair.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
And we have teams from games such as Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, League of Legends, and so on. But the mobile esports market is definitely picking up as well. So, I mean, trying to pinpoint one specific team is very difficult because, I mean, every team has helped us in some way or another. I mean, if you buy our jerseys and wear them at events, it will help us. And, I mean, we've had lots of custom through word of mouth and so on. So it's very difficult to pick one team, but I mean, every team we work with is special in one way or another.
Yeah, and I have to say, I mean, just we're a World of Warcraft guild. We're not competitive. We do our own thing. I have to
Yeah.
say, just looking up Raven and looking through the showcase and seeing what you guys can do, and then reaching out to you, Sam. I mean, you guys, you don't care if it's the top A-list gamer or the small group of guys and girls like myself, because you gave us so much time and dedication to the design. And I'm actually going to put our design up on the screen right now. There's so much detail in here. I mean, we went back and did 3 or 4 revisions. So I mean, kudos to you guys. So much time and dedication to your craft. I mean, you guys you're killing it. You're knocking it out of the park. Sam, I gotta ask: do you have a big team, a small team?
We have a small team in terms of designers. We have a few designers. It's in terms of directors, myself and a guy called Rob, who runs the social media and works with partner teams. So our team is very small, and I think that's one of the main reasons why we can offer such a service. Because, I mean, Cody, you came to us, and as you said, we don't discriminate against sizes of teams. Every team is individual, and if you want jerseys, we'll do the best we can in terms of getting you the design you want. And obviously working with you, I mean, you can vouch for the process we went through. I mean, that is the same for every team. I try and make it as personalized as possible. And I think one of the beauties of Raven is that because of our small team, we can really personalize the experience for every single client. And whether you want 1 jersey, 20 jerseys, 100 jerseys, it doesn't matter to us in terms of how we're going to treat you, which I think is one of the key selling points of Raven, so to speak.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, from my perspective, my team asked for, oh, we want some apparel. And I said, okay, well, I found Raven, and look at these things. These things are incredible. And, I do all the design and branding for my team, and that didn't stop the process. It only helped the process. So whether you're somebody that knows a lot about branding and design, or you don't know anything about it, I think we had a great conversation about how to take the jersey to the next step. And that is something I can't say enough about you guys. You understood how to take something from a concept to final production, and we're almost at the point in the next week or 2 here where we're going to be getting our jerseys. And I mean, it looks great. I mean, the dedication, the seriousness of your craft. I mean, hats off to you guys, Sam. It's amazing stuff.
Thanks, Cody. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait until you actually have the jerseys in hand so that you can show them off as well, because there's one thing seeing the mock-up and there's another thing seeing the actual product, and I think you'll be really impressed.
Fantastic. Can't wait. Well, Sam, thank you so much for spending some time. I know I'm catching you in the middle of a busy day. I really appreciate it, and best of luck to you.
Thanks, Cody.
Now, that guy is just insane. Sam is the absolute man. His whole team over at Raven is just remarkable. And this is where it gets really cool, guys. We have now started a team store on Raven. The link is in the description below. So if you guys want a jersey or any of the apparel that we come up with in the next couple months, you are more than welcome to hop on our team store and support us. We get a 10% kickback from Raven. Those guys are awesome, always helping out the players and the gamers that they help and service. But if you guys want a piece of this awesome Exiled Power apparel, head on over to our team store on the Raven website, and also check out some of their other teams and their other stuff. It is absolutely spot on. So guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Kodiak, raid leader for Exiled Power, and we will see you next time.